See?
Well, hello everyone. Welcome back to Tranquil Waters by Stevie 1.0.0.5. I should probably look to see if there's been an update. I haven't in a while. But that's what we're on. 1005. Have you ever... Now, well, before I get into that, happy Halloween. Officially Happy Halloween. I know I got that wrong yesterday. I can't tell you how bad I feel about that. That's a major oversight on my part. Let's get to what we need to do. Nearest waypoint, yeah. We are playing farming simulators, so I need to keep that in mind. Every time I start a video, it's like I have to remind myself, Brad, you're making farming simulator videos. You're not just here to chat it up. And I can't tell you how much I would love to just chat it up with you guys, because you're all like my buddies now. And yeah, it's fun. It's become more fun, more and more fun. I think that's what's cool about this whole thing is, I thought, okay, maybe after 6 months, a year, I'll get tired of it and just kind of, fade away. But I think I'm having more fun today doing it than I was even over a year ago. So, and that's all you, so I appreciate that. But yeah, going back to what I was going to say, in fact, let's go inside the old K-Stir and watch this early riser at action a little bit. In action, at action, or in, either way. It's looking kind of filthy. There is some really good detail to this planter. I'm impressed, very impressed. So I looked up, actually, speaking of planter cedar, and I do understand the difference, I really do. And I think I'm maybe harder on myself than maybe others are, because you've all been kind enough to never correct me, like, hey Brad, that's a planter, not a cedar, or vice versa. I was looking at when we were planting rye. I actually, for the title of the video, I think it was planting rye. And I had originally thought to myself, well, wait a minute, do you plant rye or do you seed rye? And I looked on YouTube, that's the last place you want to look. I did a little Google foo, and it is planting rye, which I thought was interesting, because I was always under the impression that planting versus seeding, like seeding is, with seeds, actually seeding. Whereas planting is more like you're planting like potatoes. Now, maybe that is not correct. So if you know, I think Farmer Joe, I think you've got experience on the farm. Any of you have experience on the farm? Let me know what officially the difference is. Is it the type of product you're putting into the ground? Is it how you're putting it into the ground? I'd be curious, because I know you plant corn, right? You don't seed corn. At least in this game, we use planters for corn. We use planters for what is it? Is it cotton? I think too, and stuff. But anyways, I'm losing my mind. So, speaking of losing my mind too, by the way, today has just been one of those days. First of all, it literally, I woke up this morning and it was like 30, I think it was 36 degrees, 37, 36. No. I am wrong. We started the day at around 33, just above freezing. And I like that temperature actually in the morning, because my car sits outside overnight, and I have found that around that temperature, my windows are always perfectly clear when I get up to go to work. There's no scraping, there's no cleaning necessary. There's no moisture buildup, because sometimes I actually have to do a squeegee, get the squeegee action out. But this morning they were just crystal clear, and that was nice. But we only got up to like 36 or 7 today, so like a 4-degree temperature difference throughout the entire day, which is kind of weird, right? And it rained a little bit, which I don't mind. It's Halloween. Well, it's not Halloween. It's actually Halloween when you're watching this. Halloween weather for us is supposed to actually be a little bit nicer. I feel like today, though, it felt like Halloween. You know, not Hallows Eve. It felt like Halloween. Ooh, Hallows Eve. So anyways, but since I got up this morning, I have felt like I have been really self-conscious. Like, just like, I don't know if you've ever felt this way, where you're outside yourself, like you are inherently and really intensely, maybe not inherently, that's not the right word, you're intensely aware of how you sound, and all that. It's just a weird feeling, and I wasn't on Sudafed, and normally if I'm on Sudafed, you know, it's all bets are off. I don't know what I'm doing, where I'm at. I probably don't even know what year it is when I'm on Sudafed. Benadryl, any of those anti-itch, antihistamine products, I just can't. I lose it. I do. I'm not gonna lie to you. I definitely should not be driving. I can tell you that much. I remember a couple years ago. Here, we can keep working. You all don't want to just watch that thing go around. Maybe you do. But a couple years ago, I had a nasty cold, and it wasn't the COVID. It was just a good old classic cold. Remember good old classic colds when you could actually be sick and people around you didn't absolutely freak out, and you didn't have to go through like 16 different forms of paper in order to be allowed to be in public. And anyways, where was I going with this? Oh, I got on I was taking some cold medicine, and I don't think I remember anything for like 3 days. I didn't remember driving to work. I don't remember. It was just the most bizarre, surreal, weird experience. And ever since then, I've kind of told myself, man, no, I'm not doing that anymore. I'm not taking those things anymore. So a buddy of mine a few years ago don't hit the cozy coop, Brad. Do not hit the cozy coop. A friend of mine a few years ago turned me on to zinc. These zinc tabs that you can take. Let's paint the cozy coop for $1. Sure, why not? You know what? Let's do this, because every time I go to repair something, the cozy coop is in there. So let's go park the cozy coop somewhere. Yeah, let's go park it. We'll just park it over here, out of the way a little bit. It's safer in there. Plus, can it run out of gas? I wonder if it can run out. No, it doesn't have fuel. Okay. A friend of mine turned me on to these things. I forget what they're called. I think there's a name brand for them. You don't have to buy the name brand, because basically I think the name brand is just exactly that. It's zinc. And if you start taking them early enough, you know what? We don't need to plant anymore, I don't think. I think we're done with this. But we do need to do some more rolling. But anyways, the zinc, if you start early enough, when you start feeling like at the first signs of a cold, right? You start taking this stuff, this zinc stuff. And he said, it's like, oh man, this stuff will knock it out. I mean, knock it out completely. Out like nobody's business. And I didn't believe him, because honestly, I don't normally get into the whole taking vitamins and things like that. You know, I've done a lot of reading about vitamins, and depending on where you come from, it's cool if you like supplements, but a lot of studies have been done that show that they're absolutely useless if you have like any kind of a normal diet. But, and in fact, I think a doctor once told me too, like if your body's just gonna, you know, put out, so to speak. I can say the letter P, right? you'll pee out what you don't need. Your body's just going to say, oh, you took 1,000 milligrams of vitamin C. Guess what? I only need 5 milligrams. The rest of it's going out your kidneys, and see you bye. So ever since then, I don't know. I guess I just never really got into supplements. So I thought this zinc stuff was pretty much that, right? It was kind of supplement. But I tried it one time. He gave me some. And they weren't even lozenges, because you could buy them as lozenges. I think if I remember right, they were on these. It was like a weird, thick liquid deal. And they were like on these little spoons. I know it sounds weird. But if you've ever taken what I'm talking about, I forget what the name is called, but maybe you've taken them that way. But anyways, there was this thick liquid on spoons, and you would, in these wrappers, almost look like Band-Aid wrappers, and you'd open up the wrapper, it's on a little spoon, and you stick it in your mouth, and you take it. And I swear, unless it was just coincidence or whatever it might have been, I started taking these zinc things early on because I felt that cold coming, man. You know how you can feel it coming? You know, you got that throat tickle or that weird sinus thing going on. You stop tasting food maybe very well. I know, don't freak out. It wasn't COVID, right? And I swear that it just worked. I took it for like 3 days, 4 days or whatever, and that cold, and everybody in the family was getting it. And that's how I'm almost 100% convinced how well it worked, because if you have kids, or if you are around children, you know that they are like petri dishes. They are disease-ridden. They are the litmus test of whether or not your body is still able to fight off germs. Just hang out with some kids, right? And because you all know, if your parents, it just goes around the family. One kid gets sick and everybody just looks at each other and says, well, that's it for that then. You know, might as well call in. I might as well call my boss right now and say, hey, I'm not sick, but I am going to be in about 2 or 3 days. So just keep that in mind, because I'm gonna be. But yeah, I'll be darned. That zinc stuff, it just worked a treat. Absolute treat. Did we roll? I don't think we rolled this, did we? No, she needs rolling. She needs rolling. And then, of course, the big one down there that's still being planted. I don't know if I can see the early riser. Oh, I think I do see the early riser down there. Just cutting to the left there, I think. Either that or it was traffic. But yeah. Try it out. I wish I could remember the brand name. Now, somebody told me that you can just buy, like go to the dealio, I don't know, what do you call it, the supplement section, and just buy zinc that way if you want. It's probably cheaper, to buy it that way than to... Is the tractor making noise? Yeah, I guess it is. So I think you can buy it that way, and it's probably cheaper than buying name brand, but highly recommend it. It's impressive. No question. Now, I don't know if you all noticed at the end of yesterday's video, I was having some issues with the early riser and the case. It's like something got jammed up in the linkage there on the back end, and I could tell because I was trying to turn when I was going to refill. I think it was seeds. The tractor wouldn't turn, so I hit the old release button, or the disconnect button for the early riser, and that was clearly caused some issues. But then I don't think I was I don't know if I kept recording or not, but then I got to planting again, and there was no sound coming from the tractor. And it was like an electric tractor, you know, like it was just silent. And it was the weirdest thing. And that's happened to me a couple times before, and I don't know what causes that. And every once in a while, like, I'm pretty sure that's fine, but every once in a while I get this. It's not often at all. It's probably like, I don't know, I think it's only happened to me 3 times maybe in total. So I don't know if it's I'm gonna assume it's a mod thing or something to do with mods, sound files, or how they're doing that versus the game. But yeah, I noticed that, and I listened to the recording, and I'm pretty sure there was a little bit of that. So I thought that was kind of odd. New Holland is definitely making some noise. Kind of wish I would have maybe used the GPS, but I guess we're doing okay. Not bad. I probably should have used the facilities before starting this video. If if at any point during this video you notice that absolutely nothing is happening for about 3 minutes, that's just a heads up. I probably, you know, needed to run to the old water closet, the commode, so to speak. Maybe less than 3 minutes, you know, if I don't wash. Maybe 45 seconds to a minute. I don't know what I'm doing. Oh, I know what we do need to do, though, before we end this particular episode, is we need to go sell all of our straw accessories. We're down to 8 grand. Now, I see the money's not going down anymore, which concerns me. Oh, maybe it's done. Are you done? Are you completely planted? That seems really fast. I thought that would take longer. Where's hops? Why, what? Oh, Brad, you're just way off. Way off, man. Hops is planted. Look at that. That didn't take nearly as long as I suspected. That early riser just knocks it stinking out. Oh, yeah, we got noise. Yeah, there is some weird things going on. I don't know what happens. I mean, I've rebooted since then. I felt like my frame rate was not happy, as happy as it has been. Last episode, I had the sound issues. We had a weird issue with this connection right here. Oh, we couldn't get the auto load tractor, or the auto load trailer wouldn't work. And you know what's weird is that I tested it again. I quit the game, I saved, I quit, and I went right back in, and I checked to see if it would auto load bales, and it started working again. So I don't know. The thing is this, and I don't know. We can return this. We can return this cedar, right? We all of our fields are planted. Yep. We don't own 9 or 10 yet. Man, that is a serious bright pink. We do need to do this though. Put the kibosh on horseplay. There we go. You stay here. We don't need to return you quite yet. I kind of want to get this knocked out so we can get our straw accessories sold. But yeah, and I don't know how to explain it. I guess I personally just kind of look at it as it's just it happens. Like at work, I'll get people that will be like, hey man, you know, every time I do this or this, Windows is doing this, or every time I go into Excel, it's doing this, or, you know, name the problem, whatever it might be, right? And maybe I'll fix it, you know, maybe I'll come, you know, maybe it'll be something like, oh yeah, we need to do this or this. But sometimes it is just a reboot. It's a reboot. And I always get the rolled eyes, you know. Now I don't sit behind a phone and talk to people over the phone. I won't do that. And I'm not saying I won't do that because it's beneath me in any way. In fact, I think that help desk technicians have a much more difficult job than I do, because you're stuck dealing with people on a phone. You know, maybe you can remote into their system. That's a plus if you can. Otherwise, that's a tough job. I did it. That was one of my first jobs in IT, and I just won't do it again. I hated it. It was frustrating. But anyways, I'm fortunate enough to be able to. I'm desk side dude for the most part, unless I'm dealing with, you know, more networking stuff and things like that. I'm going to a person's desk. And they always give me the old rolled eyes thing, you know, like I'll say, hey, did you reboot? And they'll just kind of do the, you know. And I'm like, seriously though, that's like a legit fix. And I know that you don't want to hear it. I really know that you don't want to hear it. And I get that. I do. But it's a legit fix. With Windows, a reboot is a fix. And it is just what it is. And I had this one dude. He's like, yeah, but that's just a Band-Aid. You know? It's just a Band-Aid. And I'm like, oh, why do you say that? You've rebooted and the problem has come right back? And he's like, no, but obviously there's something wrong if the computer is doing this. And in a way I'm like, well, that's kind of a valid point. But at the same time, dude, it's Windows. It's a computer. And as much as we all like to believe they are ones and zeros and infallible, unless we, you know, they're infallible unless A, the software is broke, the hardware is broke, or the user is broke. But unfortunately with Windows, reboots, yeah. Even Microsoft, I think they still document, you know, recommended reboot once a week, I believe is what they still recommend. Yeah, I don't know. But that's, I just always tell people, reboot, and if it fixes it, you know, if it works for you, you're good to go. We don't need to roll this field, Brad. Oh, we do need to roll this field. Okay. Oh, yeah, that's right. Okay. All right. Let's create a job. Got a lot of rolling to do. Let's open this up. I really don't, I don't like this field. And I'll tell you why. I don't like this field because of this corner right here. That's why. I don't like it. I don't like this fencing around here. Any of this right here. Anyways. Where were we going? I forget where we were going. Oh, I guess just, yeah, reboot. Yeah. If the problem persists, yeah, we'll deal with it. And, oh, I know where I was going with it. And so this dude was like giving me a hard time, and I'm like, well, when's the last time you actually restarted the computer? And he couldn't remember. Oh, that's weird. I didn't think it was. Let's see. I think we're okay. Are we okay? Are we good? Are you just gonna, let's make sure. I don't know, something seems weird with this one. Maybe because that roller is so quiet when it unfolds and stuff. Alright. Let's go sell this stuff. He couldn't remember the last time he rebooted. And I'm like, well, there's your problem, lady, right there. So you're telling me it's been like a long time. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. And you got to keep in mind, too, where I work, these people, a lot of these people, and this gentleman included, ever since the COVID, they work Monday and Fridays at home, and Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursdays they're usually in the office, which I still think is just kind of stupid. Like, what is magical about Tuesday, Wednesdays, and Thursdays that you couldn't be at home still? I mean, if you can do your job Mondays and Fridays at home, why can't you do your job Tuesday, Wednesdays, and Thursdays at home? Like, what changes other than the name of the day? And it doesn't even impact me. I could care less because I couldn't care less because I got to be there anyways. But I do feel for these people that are like, why are we coming in? I mean, yeah. But they'll go back and forth, right? I'm going to get hit. Good. But they're so they're taking their laptops home. And when they get home, they are using their home network, obviously. And they are also, what is wrong? Not accepted where? Oh, there? Well, I know that's silly. Oh, come on, baby. Let the dollars come in. We'll stop right there. Stop right there. Come on, big money, big money, big money, big money. With bonus, a little over 200,000. I guess that's not bad. That's not bad. It seems like we got more for the straw crates, doesn't it? I think we did. I think we did get more for the straw crates. And I would love to. I kind of screwed this up because, well, I don't know how I would have done it. We need to get straw from our underground silo right there over to here, and I can't do it with this here trailer. Oh, look at, here we go. Here we go. Let's creep out. Let's creep out. I just love messing with, I love messing with traffic in this game. So when they get home, they're using their home networks. A lot of things change. If you know anything about networking and PCs, they're using their home network versus work. They are probably Wi-Fi instead of Ethernet. They're having to use a VPN. Where I work, secure connections are paramount. In fact, I've never had a job where data security is more protected than at this place. I mean, I could probably work at the NSA and it would be less. It's amazingly abundant, the security at this place I work. And so that being said, all this stuff is kind of significant, and if you're just closing the lid and walking out and going home and reconnecting, Windows sometimes doesn't appreciate what you're trying to do. I'm sorry, I don't even know how I got on this subject. You're probably bored out of your minds. Suffice it to say, reboot, kids. You know, let's reboot. Reboot and be happy. Ooh, I like that. Reboot and be happy. What was that song? Don't worry, be happy. Maybe I should do like a Weird Al version of Don't Worry, Be Happy. And it will be Reboot and Be Happy. Yeah. Don't worry, I'm not going to sing it. But just reboot and be happy. Yeah, I'm sorry. Hey, it's Hallows Eve. Well, you're watching this, it's Halloween, but for me it's Hallows Eve. That's my excuse for being weird. Oh, there's our riverboat people. Hello, riverboat people. Oh, tree. Let's go get Monkey D. Luffy filled up with some straw. I should probably check water. I'm pretty good about keeping water going. Oh, shoot. Oh, nice brakes on that guy. Sorry, buddy. I forgot to look. There is a mod, a stoplight. I think there is a stoplight mod that we can... I forgot to look, or I forgot to enable it. And I want to try it to see if we can put a stoplight in at that intersection right there, so we can have complete access, unrestricted crossroad access there. At least, if nothing else, a four-way stop. I think we deserve at least a four-way stop. And I have no idea how much straw. Can we sell straw right here too? It's not looking... I'm gonna go with the big fat no on that one. Oh man, that wasn't good. Still love the engine noise on this tractor. This is one of those steering axle trailers. Brad does not like steering axles. Well, I like them, but I just don't like backing them up. Oh, well that went well. Let's see if we can get... I don't even know how much it got. We'll see what is going on here. Go here and go all the way to the bottom. Go to the monkey. Oh yeah. Oh, you underestimated, Brad. You underestimated. We might as well top it off while we're here, so I don't have to come back for a while. There's nothing else in here, is there? No, just straw. Okay. My apologies. Oh. So I was telling you about the weirdness of yesterday's episode. How it seemed like I was having some FPS issues, some sound issues, just weirdness, right? I was getting some screen flicker again. I haven't had screen flicker in Farming Simulator 22 in like 6 months. And then all of a sudden it just rears its ugly head again. And I looked on the recording and I don't think you guys can see it. It looks like it's only on my end. If you've seen it in Farm Sim, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Just your screen looks like it's kind of got this weird like flicker to it. And there's a lot of there's talk of it on Giants forums and on Steam and support channels, things like that. And I have no idea what I changed to get the flicker back, because I don't like the flicker. Nobody likes the flicker. And I think I noticed during yesterday's episode, how I was taking some FPS issues, some sound issues, just weirdness, right? I was getting some screen flicker again. I haven't had screen flicker in Farming Simulator 22 in like 6 months. And then all of a sudden it just rears its ugly head again. And there's a lot of Now I've got the dual monitor thing going on now, right? And I noticed that I play Farm Sim on my primary display, my 27-inch. The other one's a 24 because I was a cheap, you know what, and didn't want to buy another 27-inch monitor. I would, if I had the money, I would have bought, you know, matchy, but I didn't, so I didn't. So I got a 24-inch monitors are amazingly inexpensive these days. It is at least a matching brand. I have switched camps a little bit. I was a big BenQ fan. I'm still a huge BenQ fan. I think if you want a seriously solid gaming monitor, BenQ is still up there. But they're not cheap, but they're good. And I also have had Samsung before, and they've been really, really solid. I had a Dell monitor that I must say I quite liked, and I know that there are some Dell monitors that are quite good. You got to keep in mind there's only like 3 companies in the world that make displays, so you can throw the brand on there you want, but chances are your HP, your Dell, your LG, your Samsung, you know, Acer, whatever brand monitor you have, well, they're all made by basically, I think there's 3 of them. There might even be 2 now, but the last time I looked, there were 3. Now, granted, these companies have these people make them to spec, so, you know, you're not going to get, I mean, saying that doesn't mean everybody's got the same quality monitor. It's just everybody gets pretty brand loyal sometimes, and sometimes it's not worth it. But anyways, I went with LG this time. I love my LG monitor now, and this 27-inch LG I've got is absolutely phenomenal. I think the ratings on it were accurate. Super happy with it. So I ended up getting a 24-inch LG. Not as highly spec'd, not as high end as the 27 I've got. But yeah, I've been happy with this little 24-inch. It was like $90. Like $90 for a 24-inch monitor. I remember when I bought my first 24-inch monitor, my BenQ was a 24. And that, I don't even want to say what I paid for that. That thing was, I got it from the BenQ refurb store because that was the only way I could afford it. Which, by the way, can I just make a plug here? Look refurbished, not Apple, or not Amazon refurb, not like these. I guess if you want to, you can. Not eBay refurb, but look for refurbished, sold by the company that you're looking at. So in other words, if you're going to buy a BenQ monitor, go to their refurb store, and I highly recommend buying that way. Apple, 100%. I don't buy anything Apple new anymore. I buy everything unless I absolutely cannot find it in the Apple refurb store. I 100% buy Apple refurb from Apple. They are brand new, same warranty, and you can save a lot of cash just doing that. It's just totally not worth buying new if you can find it in their refurb store. At least in my opinion. Take it for what it's worth. But that's how I picked up the BenQ, and that thing came. I don't think it ever been touched. It was like in a brand new retail box. I don't know, and I got years and still working. My son has it. He's using it for his gaming monitor and absolutely loves it. So that thing's going on 10 years. And it's heavy. It's a heavy LCD. It's solid. It's metal. It's built to last, no doubt. Never had an ounce of problems with that stinking monitor. Absolutely fantastic. Is this rust or is this just dirt? What is going on here? What is happening here? It's coming off, I think. May have to get the spray can out. Yeah, that looks better. So yeah, highly recommend. Now you got to be careful. Don't go willy-nilly out there and be like, oh, You know, Amazon, I looked on Amazon, they have an iPad, it says refurbished. No, don't do that. Because some of these refurb companies, first of all, they'll only give you like a 30, 60, or 90 day. Warranty's crap, and it's a crapshoot on what you're going to get. But if you, and you might get it cheap, but expect cheap. But I'll tell you, man, every time I have bought refurb from Apple, oh, listen, it did it. Right there. Do you hear engine? Oh, it just came back in. It's gotta have something to do with... I wonder if... I wasn't having this problem except since we started this, since we got this early riser. Maybe it has something to do with that. Or... do you hear a connection sound? Because I don't. No, there's something wrong. Definitely. Now I'm wondering if... oh boy, look at that thing. Oh boy, it's about to get ugly. See? Now see, I get fascinated with something like this, and I can sit and just watch this thing. Like, what's it gonna do? Like, that's what intrigues me. Is what is it gonna do? Is it gonna jump? Yeah, there's no disconnect. Maybe it's the air hose sound mod. See that? So you should at least get that clunky noise, the disconnect noise. I'm surprised we're not hearing that air hose noise though. I think I've got the air hose noise mod. Man, I'm having a hard time saying that. Installed. Maybe I need to. It probably hasn't been updated in forever. Maybe that's the little stinker. Let's listen to this one. Yeah, I don't think I'm hearing the air hose. Yeah. I don't feel like I'm hearing that really cool air hose sound. Oh, that wasn't it though. Yeah, see, there's no clunky noise or anything. Something is broken. Maybe it's the tractor. I know recently this tractor got an update for new sounds. In fact, it was, what, a month ago maybe? I'll have to look and see when that was. But this particular tractor got an update, and I think the majority of the update, if not the only thing that the mod author updated, were, I thought, vehicle sounds. Oh, maybe not. Maybe there were some visual updates as well. We should probably... oh, that's got a good Jake sound though, doesn't it? And I'm definitely not complaining about the engine noise. It's brilliant. But yeah, there's something goofy with this combo. I don't know if it's just this combo or not, but hopefully you all heard that, and I'm not sounding like a madman, because you're all sitting there going, Brad, it's nothing you're saying is happening. You have completely lost lucidity at this point, and you are in like a different alley altogether. I thought that guy wasn't going to make that corner, man. I thought he was going to blow through that. Alright, let's see. We're going to return this. Why am I doing it this way, you all ask? Why not just do it the way I usually do? Look at this guy coming in hot, man. Super aggressive. You know what? There you go, buddy. How about next time? Hello? How about next time you chill a little bit, all right? All right, well, I'm just going to leave her there. You all have a great Halloween. Oh, you know what? Hold on a second. I got a better idea. Why should I be inconvenienced? I shouldn't be inconvenienced. Look at this guy in the red car. There. Enjoy that. Have a good day. There you go, man. Happy Halloween, suckers. Maybe a little trick-or-treat action. But hey, everyone, thanks for checking in with me. I do appreciate it once again. Oh boy, I feel like this video is probably going to need a lot of editing. I'd be down to like 5-minute video to cut out all the nonsense. But hey, thanks everyone. Have a really safe and enjoyable Halloween. If you're planning on trick-or-treating, watch those apples. Do they still do that? Do parents still like freak out when a kid brings home an apple? Like, I remember when I was that age, I think my mom, you know what, I don't know if she did check the candy now that I think about it. My dad did, but that was a ruse, a complete ruse. He would check the candy for safety, but in reality, he was just digging through to pick out stuff he liked. And if you're giving out candy this year, you know, bless your heart, but please don't hand out individual candy corn pieces. It's creepy, it's cheap, and nobody's gonna eat them. If somebody, you know, if I go trick-or-treating and somebody does the old finger grab of candy corn and sticks it in my bucket, yeah, forget that. That stuff's going straight to the dumpster. So please offer wrapped items whenever possible. All right, everyone. Be safe. Take care. Thanks for watching, and we'll be back here. Wednesday for some more stuff. I'll see you soon. Bye for now.